Internet, welcome to Signal Jam, day 2. I'm just gonna hit a few buttons, as I sometimes do, and then we will get started. So, welcome, settle in, find a good seat. No. What am I talking about? Alright, I don't have that much to do this morning before getting started, or before we switch over to screen cam. I'm just going to do this one thing. And wait, what one thing? This one thing. This one thing. Super simple, super easy. And this one other thing. I'm just clicking buttons right now. Don't mind me. And then this other thing. And then this one last thing. If you follow me on Twitter, you know exactly what I'm doing right now. And if you don't, I'm tweeting. So, all right, let's go, shall we? Oh wait, I forgot one. I always forget Facebook. Like, I technically have a Facebook page set up. Technically, I just never remember to actually use it. Because, like, I don't know, do some people use Facebook? Hypothetically, some people use Facebook, so I feel like I should for their sake, and yet... Oh yeah, with Facebook, I don't have to break them up into, like, a bunch of little posts. I could just post the whole thing at once, because that's what you can do on Facebook. But whatever, I don't care. Alright, we're good. Let's get to the fun stuff. So, we can switch over to face cam, or screen cam, for one thing. Let's look at the game as we left it yesterday. I mean, I've been looking at it a lot, so I don't really need to look at it more, but I just want to give the quick, wait, so there's Caroline, and, there's like this, game cactus, I'm gonna call it, that just kind of grows in the background, or over here. Oh, I just realized the perspective is off. The perspective is off a little bit. So, for one thing, that can happen. Creative, hey, welcome, how's it going? But also, yeah, what is it? It's that we're not looking, like the angle the angle at which we're viewing Caroline, yeah, I said it right that time, is not the same angle at which we're viewing the rest of the world. So, I guess I do want to bring that down a touch, which is slightly awkward, but no, it's fine. Oh yeah, you know what would be helpful is if I actually could see that while I was changing the numbers. Maybe I should actually be running the script. And if I run the script and kick it into Turbo, then we can get our cactus to grow. And yeah, because we're in play mode, the changes won't get saved until I go out and make the same changes outside of play mode. But let's see, game object. What am I looking at? Yeah, so this is the game object that represents the angle of, like, Caroline and the camera. So, maybe this is fine. Maybe this is, like, satisfactory. It just looks a little bit off. Yeah, no, okay, so I should change it a little bit. So, I'm just going to change the position of the camera. I'm not going to change the angle of Caroline herself. Or should I? No, I probably should. So, yeah, I'll tilt back the whole business a little bit. Until it looks better. That looks better. That might be a little too far. I might have overdone it. I maybe didn't even need to change it that much. Yeah, I guess it was a pretty subtle thing. So I put it from 24 down to 17. Let's try it at like, I don't know, it's like 21-ish. Somewhere in that range. That might be satisfactory. Yeah, that looks better. Before it looked like Caroline was like leaning back weirdly, but I think this is good actually. All right, so 21.6 whatever. All right, copy this and paste this and blammo. All right, cool. That was easy. So what's the audio for SideQuest is so weird. I'll need to. I want to do something about that, because I don't like how weird it sounds, but I don't know what exactly is the fix there. Like I've mentioned before, I don't have audio programming is not my forte. So, um, oh yeah, cactuses or game objects or whatever. I really should have named them something different. Maybe I'll call them game cactuses, and that will be distinct enough as to what I'm referencing. But yeah, I was thinking a lot about how they work, and oh, what is all this? Okay, that's Canvas. What am I? Oh no, I was looking for the game prefab, game cactus prefab, because there's this development script which yeah. So I was thinking a lot about what we want for our game, or what we what we stated as the goals for our game, and what we have so far. And I was thinking back to yeah, so some of the things that we talked about that are not currently in the game, teleporting. We had teleporting working, but then we took it out, and I've been trying to think of how to put it back in. One of the things that we talked about with teleporting earlier was telefragging, which I don't like. I kind of like the idea there, wherein teleporting is not just used as a utility thing to get there. Like you do travel a distance from by teleporting, but also it's even more useful than that. And so I was thinking if these game cactuses are kind of represent some of the objectives in the game, then maybe the game cactuses are what you teleport to. Maybe if you just click on the playing field, you just move around. But maybe if you click on a game cactus, then 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 you I need a better name than that. I'll call it like a building or something. I don't know. I need something that I can call those things without sounding completely crazy. But yeah, so uh I really don't know how I'm gonna adjust those or represent those. But uh yeah, those things. So yeah, one other thing that just occurred to me is that I wanted to, when I was looking at the script before, I think since because of the angle that we're using, I think we can basically put the oh no, we did. Okay, I was looking at a build before we lowered the what was it, Caroline's character center height thing. But yeah, no, this build, it is fixed in this build, and so we're all set there. All right, so I'm gonna do a little more with the game cactuses or the buildings or whatever, and then get back to the cleanup work that hey, Cheeseman Panda and Zero, welcome. How's it going? um, we yeah. So for one thing, I think we just need more of these buildings. So I'm just gonna make it, for starters, I'm just gonna make it so that they just get created intermittently. Yeah, so I think I'm going to change the pod prefab to be a cube. No, maybe I'll keep it a sphere. I guess a sphere is fine. Uh, and yeah, what it really needs is to mean something, but I don't think I'm gonna convey that myself, so I'll leave it to others. Um, so any arbitrary shape is fine for now. Because the other thing I want to do is yeah, what is it at intervals? No, at units of world time. Yeah, at units of world time. Yes, that works. Okay, so let's go to the script that Carolyn's controller script. Because I'm just gonna say oh yeah, yeah. Oh, interesting. I guess I kind of want to do kind of what we're doing with the the individual pods on the buildings. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, camera shake. Yeah, we do have camera shake. Right now it's it's here. I'll just demo it real quick. Right now it's not hooked up to anything. It's just a whoops. Wow, that's really extreme. Sorry, but wait, hold on. Here we go. Oops, that's really extreme. Wow, a little camera shake goes a long way. But yeah, we have camera shake. We have extreme camera shake. No, don't do that. But yeah, we have camera shake. Okay. um, so, yeah, right. Okay, so I need to come up with a better like system for like spawning these things or like regulating these things probably. But for now, I'm just going to say with Caroline's control script, we can do what? Yeah. So when we set the world time, where do we set the world time? Yeah. So world time. Wait, why is this indented? Did I do that just now? Why is this indented? Did I do something? I'm hitting Control Z and nothing's happening. So was that just weirdly indented for no reason? What just happened? I'm immediately suspect, but um, maybe that's fine. Did I just break something? um, no, seems to still work. I don't know what I just did. Sorry. Um, so yeah, so after we set the world time, I guess we can say for so for games, for int I equals 0, I less than max games, I plus plus, then we can say if I is oh yeah, wait. Are we instantiating these from the start? No, I don't think we are. We're only instantiating one. So yeah, I'm basically gonna do the same thing for the individual pods as for the buildings themselves. That sounds like some pro strategy, Zero. Uh, uh, um, all right, so what we're gonna do here is at the start of the script we're going to like initialize all of the these buildings or whatever, but they're not actually gonna appear until like later in the game. Oh, weird. Oh wait, I guess this one I only have to do forwards in time because after no. Okay, yeah, this one's easier. Yeah. Okay, wait, no. So I don't actually have to do this. I lied. Because this one's simpler. In fact, we don't have to do this one either. Although I'll actually just cut this because I'm about to put it down here instead. Yeah. So actually, I guess. So if so let's say if I plus one, uh, uh, times 100. No, not 100. Like 30 or 50. 50? I don't know. I want to change how this works anyway, so this is basically all temp. Oh yeah, so put this in quotes. I plus 1 times 50 is less than what was it, world time? No, greater than world time. If this is greater than world time, then oh wait. So do we instantiate them up front? Yes. Yeah. Okay. This is fine. Okay. We do instantiate them up front. I lied. Int I equals 0. I less than max games. I plus plus. Yeah. So for all of these like game objects things, we do instantiate them up front, and then we'll just set them as active down the line according to world time. And we never have to set them as inactive because they'll regulate their inactivity themselves. But we just have to yeah, basically like set them loose. Why is autocomplete failing me? Or why is like auto formatting failing me? I do not know. We'll we'll implement Chuck Norris, but he'll exist outside of time. So you won't actually like see him or interact with him at any point during the game, but he's there in our hearts and minds. Um, no, I don't have any. So yeah, that's my current implementation of Chuck Norris. But also, we're not actually like using like any like actual like anything that exists for this game. Anything that exists in this game that we're putting in this game is created for this game, and Chuck Norris was not specifically created for this game. So if you wanted to make like art of like a burly dude who's really good at kicking things, like that's fine. But if you want to make art of Chuck Norris, then that's not fine. So, uh, oh, thank you, thank you, Templar Warden. Um, what level are you on SideQuest? If you were linked to Twitter, you would know what level you are in SideQuest. You'll also find out what level you are in SideQuest whenever you gain experience, because it reminds you of your level every time you gain experience. Okay. So if I plus 50, then we'll just say set. So game games I dot set active set not send message set active, you creep. Set active true or lowercase t true. And then the else case here can just be to break, because unlike the other ones, we don't have to. Unlike the pods, we don't actually have to process the ones that et cetera, et cetera. I don't like how it gives. That's one thing that I don't miss about C Sharp. That like Visual Studio is obsessed with line breaks, and it puts in like so many gratuitous line breaks that no one cares about and are just obnoxious. Like seriously, if I used all of the line breaks that Visual Studio recommends, like a single if statement would take like 10,000 lines of code, roughly. Okay. So, yeah. So they're all on top of each other. So I guess like the other thing that I want to do is just for starters, I'll just say transform position plus new vector 3. I don't even have to say transform position. I can just say new vector 3. New vector 3 random dot range. Not random range. Why would it give me the deprecated one first? Why would it autocomplete the deprecated one first? So say negative 10 to 10. Let's just do that several times over. Loop, comma, bloop. All right, save that. I'll line break here just for legibility or whatever. All right, so save that, and then yeah, let's see what that does. So now there should be not just the one building. Whoa. Oh, whoops! I did not mean to have it spawn at random vertical heights. I only meant to spawn at random lateral heights. So, whoops. Let's go back to that and do as such. Why did they all spawn immediately? Oh, because they all started as active. Yes. So wait, maybe, I wonder if I can just change that in the prefab. If I just set the prefab to default to inactive, does that work? Alright. Cool. So clicking on the field doesn't seem to work anymore. Or the game is frozen, or I don't know what's happening. I can no longer seem to click to control Caroline. Clicking seems to have no effects. What? But other than that, what? Why does this stupid stuff keep getting indented? Is it supposed to be indented? No. Why do random lines just keep getting indented? Creeps me out. It's like, it's making me think like maybe it's accidentally got unindented somehow and it's actually supposed to get indented, but I don't know. Or like, did I accidentally break something? Did I accidentally change something that broke something? I mean, I didn't change that much. Like, basically all I put in was this. I'm gonna try commenting this out and see if it goes back to working again, or if it stays broken. Oh, was it giving me errors? Oh, was it giving me null reference exceptions? Why was it giving me null reference exceptions? Because it's a jerk. Is that why? Object not set to an instance. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, that's what I have to change. Right, okay. Right. Because I don't want to try and make time pass on an object that doesn't exist, I guess. Oh, yeah, and the first one, yeah, okay, so, right, so I just have to, so wait, I can bring this back, but then I have to, right, so the time pass thing that I, had put in yesterday, time pass, where is it? Yes, so if game, right, I used to say if games I not equal null, but now since we're instantiating it up front, we have to say is active, or dot transform dot active state or something. Oh yeah, wait, no, it's active state. It's, games I dot active self. Yeah. Yes, that's what it is. Okay. So only if it's active do we try and pass time on it. The ones that are not active, we do not, like, they're outside the bounds of time. Yeah. So, let's see how that goes. Why did it create so many again? Why did it create them all up front? That's weird. I mean, at least they're all working, I guess. I guess that's the good news. Is it getting visibly chuggy? I guess it's hard to tell with the... Since Caroline animates at a relatively low frame rate. What the what? For one thing, I'm gonna bring these ranges in a little bit because right now it's like they're really spread out, more spread out than I was hoping. So save that, and then yeah, why on earth are they all why? Oh yeah, no, that's indented for a reason. Why are they all getting created immediately? If I plus 1 times 50 is greater than world time. Greater than world time. So no, I did actually mean to say less than world time. Yep. Whoops. Slight oversight. Alright, so now this should work. What was the short amount of time? Alright, so now this should take longer for them to appear. I'll kick it into super speed so that they appear faster or sooner. 30, or what is it, 50? Apparently 50 is way too high. It should be like, I don't know, it should be more like 10 or something. But yeah, we have one. Look, there's one over here now. Yay! And the next one's not going to show up until we get to 100, so I'm going to change that because that's way too high. Yeah, this should be like, oh, so I'll just actually call it like new, well, no, I'll keep this as a variable, or as just a literal for now. So like every like 15 seconds, or 15 units of time, whatever those time units are. So yeah, so now we don't have to wait as long. Oh yeah, wait, why is that happening? It's I click and immediately drag because what I want to be doing is so I click and immediately drag because I know I want to be fast forwarding time, but the bar appears underneath, like centered underneath my cursor when it appears. It doesn't appear where I originally clicked, which is where I would have expected it to appear. So Sorry, I'm just going to change that real quick too. Uh, so if so time arrows. Oh, input mouse position. Yeah, no. What we actually want to use here is like click position or whatever. Uh, Click target. Click click target. Oh. We saved click target as mouse pause to ground pause input mouse position. So maybe we should save it. Where else do we use click target? Do we use it anywhere? Do we not use it anywhere? Did I just forget to use it anywhere? Yep, kind of forgot to use it anywhere. All right, so no, we're gonna so click target is not gonna be the mouse pause ground blah blah blah. It's just gonna be the input mouse position, and then so instead of using the input position here, we can use the click position. And that way, it's just a little bit of a time saver, because if you know you're going to click and drag, you can click immediately start dragging, and it'll appear where you originally clicked. So it's a slightly easier thing to input. All right. So yeah. So hey, look at that. We got something building up over here. So yeah. All right. So I think. So right now, Caroline does not actually have an effect on. Yeah, we're getting close to 1,000 followers. Right now, Caroline does not actually have. Caroline doesn't actually do anything in the world, like except walk around and like change. Well, I mean, she changes the flow of time, which is kind of cool. Oh yeah, so I should check that the things get unmade over time appropriately. Yep, they're getting unmade. See, they're disappearing. Pop. They're like ticking slowly downwards until they disappear altogether. And okay, just checking. And yeah, they always come back in the same place, I guess. Yeah. All right. So one of my grand plans for this, if left to my own devices, will be to like change how those things actually propagate. But one of my other plans, and one of the things I'm actually going to do first, is to increase the increase what exactly? Yeah, I don't know if you guys are okay with this. I think I hope you guys are okay with this, at least until we have good cause not to. I think I'm going to make it so that Caroline's actions are like not a temporary thing. Like that Caroline's actions on the game, so Caroline can go forwards or backwards through time, right? But I think if all this, like let's say Caroline had a major effect on the game, like maybe these things had grown because of Caroline. If you go backwards in time, I think I'm not going to make it her actions get undone. I think I'm going to make it so that like she basically like changes history. She basically makes it, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it exactly. Basically like, so like let's say like we have a building, and it, like let's say on its own it could grow like this far. Maybe they don't even grow on their own. Maybe they only grow as a result of Caroline's actions. I don't know. We'll see. But like let's say as the result of Caroline's actions, like over time, like let's say like yeah, so like she's like causing a building to grow, and so it's growing and it's growing and it's growing and it's growing and it's growing, and then let's say she like moves away and she like rewinds time. Like I think the building will only revert to the extent that it would naturally. So like let's say there were two. Let's say they do grow on their own, just for the sake of discussion. So let's say they actually. Sorry, I'm just gonna put time forwards again for no particular reason. Let's say one of them is just growing on its own, and one of them is growing with Caroline's assistant. So like let's say the one that Caroline assists like grows way bigger. If you reverse time, I don't think they're gonna go back to like the same state. I think they'll just go backwards at like a usual pace, like whatever pace is natural for them to grow when time moves forwards. They'll like shrink as time moves in the other direction. So, um, yeah, uh, we can do it the other way. I think I understand how we can do it the other way. So if we want to go back and do it the other way, that's probably fine too. But I guess I just want to at least start this way. So basically, yeah, I think it's basically gonna be like, oh yeah, yeah, so the teleporting thing. So that yeah, the goal of time control is powerful. Time control was so yeah. So the point of the theme of this jam is what is it? It's like let's make a bleep MMORPG in a week. I can get rid of this. Um, and it says it on screen, right? Yeah, it does. Okay. So let's make a bleep MMORPG in a week. So the theme, the way I interpret that theme is to represent like an impossible task, and so basically like in this game you can control time to achieve the impossible. I guess is the point of time control in this game. So like if you play through the game and you never control time, you're not going to do very well. Is the point of time control. It's how you don't fail at the game. um, uh, yeah. So okay. So yeah. So what I was talking about with like the persistence of her actions. Let's say something like let's say one of these buildings exists like appears into existence at time like 50, right? So then let's say it would naturally grow to like size 2. I'm just using arbitrary numbers here. Let's say it would grow to size 2 by time 100. But let's say Carolyn helps it to be like size 4 by time 100. If you then rewound time, when you got back down to got back down to time 50, it wouldn't disappear again, even though that's when it originally appeared, because it would have been much bigger than it would have been otherwise with Carolyn, because Carolyn assisted. So maybe by the time it gets down to 50, it's actually only down to size 2 instead. And so then it would have kind of like written itself into history for all of like time 1 through 50 as well. I should probably stop trying to explain it and just implement it because, I mean, it is kind of implemented already in some regards. The only difference is that Caroline does not actually do anything yet to these things. I kind of want to. I kind of want to do what? I kind of want to raycast, I guess, to get. I kind of want to make it so that Caroline, so she can teleport, right? I want a few things. I want the capacity to teleport, and I also want I want to use the computer station, the computer terminal that we set up. Specifically, I want it so that when you click on one of these buildings, Caroline teleports to that destination, and uses her computer to like make this thing. And so how am I going to teleport? We'll do the teleporting first, because that's the one that I don't understand completely. So basically, oh yeah, one thing I just wanted to try just to see how it looked was what this game would look like, or if it was orthogonal and not or orthographic and not perspective. Whoa, that's what? That's really weird. I did not expect it to look like that. No, I don't like that. I like it better when it was perspective. I like it a lot better when it was perspective. That's really funny though. Oops, perspective, yeah. Oh, but we can change we can play with the perspective. I guess field of view is basically like zoom. Although I guess I don't know. No, I shouldn't be toying with these things right here. I should, if I want to change these things, I should do it in another way. Okay, so yeah, so raycasting. Basically, like, I guess I could just use Unity's like raycasting. Like, I don't have to like make up my own. Uh, hmm. Um, Hmm. I yeah. No. All right. Fine. I'll whatever. I'll just use Unity's raycasting. All right. So uh, let's Unity raycast. Physics raycast. So public static bool raycast vector 3 origin. The starting point of the ray in world coordinates. So that would be the position of the camera. Direction of the ray. Oh no, we can just use like mouse point to blah blah blah. Yeah. The input dot mouse position screen point to ray. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and we can use layers. Interesting. I don't think I've ever used layers before in Unity. Never really had cause to. We might want to do that. Yeah, we might want to do that now, though. Nah, not, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, maybe we do want to do that now. All right. Yeah. Let's physics.raycast. So how do I physics.raycast? Huh. Alright, so if physics.raycast transform position, blah blah. Oh wait, what does it return? Oh, it returns a bool? Oh, that's not helpful. It just says like yes no. That's all it just returns yes no. It doesn't like return the game object that you hit or anything. Doesn't seem helpful. Alright, so maybe I should just do my own thing instead. Yeah. Huh. This is part of the reason I was thinking of like the orthographic versus perspective camera is that raycasting is a lot simpler with orthographic camera because you don't have to consider as many wow, that is so weird. I think the horizon line is not orthographic or something. I don't know. I don't know. That I just don't understand what that view is trying to convey. But, oh, Raycast does return more stuff. Why doesn't it say Raycast returns more stuff? It says it's a. In what? In Raycast hit? Is that a different thing? I don't get it. Raycast hit? Why? I feel like that would be pertinent information. Why would you need to be intentionally obscuring that information? I also just don't like Unity's physics because like I used it for the first project I ever did in Unity. I used their physics and it's my project with the buggiest physics is that one. So I don't know. It might be easier just to do it myself. If I was gonna do it myself, how would I go about doing it? Uh, Unity is so weird sometimes. Or maybe it's just their physics. I just don't trust their physics, I guess, because of the bugs and like weird stuff like that. It returns a bool, but then you enter a parameter variable that's filled out by the raycast. Yeah, cool. 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 Real cool. Uh, super cool. Uh, um, so yeah, how do we do this? Basically, so yeah, so raycasting is basically about like I was saying, like we basically do like the screen point to ray through the camera, and we're raycasting the cursor. We're checking if you clicked on something in the scene. So the way we find that out is to basically see. I think we're not gonna do like pixel perfect whatever, because also we don't even know what these things are going to look like. So like if you click like in this little notch, like technically that's an indent, and you're not actually technically clicking on this this structure here, I'm still probably going to count that as a hit. Like if you click between the spheres, like I think that I'm still going to say that that counts as a hit. So if you want to like I don't know, in some cases it might be a little weird. So maybe I shouldn't use spheres anymore, because like in some cases, like if I click on this sphere in the background, technically it'll register as a hit on this sphere in the foreground, or this structure in the foreground. So I might want to just change the structure so that it's less confusing. I was thinking I might change these things to spheres anyways, so, or change these things from spheres to cubes anyways. So let's see how that goes, or let's see how that would look, I guess. So what if the pod prefab was not a sphere? What if it instead was a cube? Why is this selector so small? Cube. Let's see how that goes. So I assume this is going to look fine. Hey, look at that. You know, I was gonna say if they're cubes, then I don't really need them to be like I don't really need them to be separate things, because like the difference between like two cubes stacked on top of each other and a cube that's twice as tall is like there's basically no difference. Maybe I should use cylinders, because that would make the math simpler for raycasting. Again, it probably doesn't super matter, so I should probably just go with what I like. Do I like cylinders? I'll just stick with spheres for now and wait for it to get weird. Like, I'm just assuming it's gonna get weird, but I'll wait for it to get weird. Yeah, how does this work? So now we need to check if the direction, if like the ray that we're, if the ray that our cursor, you know, represents, or like the ray that our cursor would cast, if that, we'll basically want to trace it relative to the, oh, we can do is we can check the check one of the dimensions of the yeah, so the vertical dimension we don't have to care about first, because like these things are tall, and so you can click like basically anywhere on the height of them. That's like the only tricky part, is that, well, and it's not even that tricky. I mean, I want to make it so that like, because these things are tall, I want to make it so that you can click on like any height of them. I should make it so that the first one shows up immediately at the start of the game. Sorry, quick change, but it'll make testing and a lot of things just easier. I can always go back and change it later. So yeah, so I plus 0, because I might want to go back and change it later, but whatever. Yes, because these things are tall, yeah, I want it so that you can click like anywhere on the height of it, because like clicking just on the base of it, we already have that set up already. That's easy. I just want to make it so that you can click anywhere. Like you can click on the middle thing, and it'll still tell you. Right now, yeah, if you click on the middle thing, it'll take you to the position in the space which is behind the thing that you clicked on. Right. So we'll have our ray, and we'll have so we can check against one of the against one of the dimensions, like let's say the z dimension, or z in and out, I forget. Z, yeah, we can check against the z dimension of the of these items, and then at that z dimension on our array we can check, is our x dimension within the collision range. And I guess so the advantage of having it round is that the x variance is fixed. No, that's not true. No, it's still, yeah. The X variance is relative to the slope, I guess, like the XZ slope. Uh, so math time, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. um, so let's yeah, I guess I'll just start with something like pretty simple. Like let's just start with all right. So this is the yeah. So this is the this is this in the click where we so mouse up it's where we get mouse button up. Yeah. So it's in so right now if we weren't dragging, we just set the destination. But instead, first we're gonna do the raycast, and we're gonna do it here. So we're gonna say uh, oh. Shoot, actually, I think actually we want to do this raycasting twice because we want to do it on the click and on the uh, release. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna have to be able to do this twice. So we'll do it in as like a separate thing. So yeah. So vector three. No, wait. Game objects. Because like I said, I don't want bool or anything. I want to get the game object back. So let's say click uh, uh, so like get built get game clicked. I started calling those objects games, so I'm gonna keep calling it game. Uh, real game. Oh yeah, this game is so real, Darius. This is the realest. This is the realest, like right off the streets. This is what this is. Uh, um, don't get comfortable. I'm going right back to side quest. I'll go right back to side quest right now if tempted. Don't tempt me. I'll do it right now. I'll shut this whole thing down. We'll ship it and I'm gonna go right back to side quest. um, all right. Game object. Get game clicked. So we pass in a vector 3. So vector 3, and I think it's just the screen position. So like input. Yeah, so we'll say what? So the first thing we do is we say, I mean, we could convert the input before we get it, but no, I'll just say like, no, because well, yeah, I mean, we could just pass an array instead, but whatever. So let's just say, ray, cast ray, equals, camera dot main dot screen screen point to array input and so yeah, so now we can check so for because the only thing like we don't have to the only thing actually we actually want to raycast in this game is the game objects. So we can just say, and we don't actually have to raycast like the individual pods of the game objects. Oh, that's the weirdest thing. I really should not have named those games. I'll try and start calling them buildings or something else, anything else. But right. So for int I equals 0, I less than max games I plus plus. We're going to say if I guess we can start out by checking if it's even active, because if these things aren't active, we can just skip skip right past them. And also, oh yeah. I guess we don't want to just check if they're active because there's kind of like two states of activity for them. There's like the state where they're active or deactive. So yeah, we'll just check both states. It's fine. So if game games index I dot active state, active self, and oops, it's not the word and anymore. It's the double and signs because I'm back in C plus or back in C sharp. If games dot active self and games index I dot get component. What did I call it? Development. Dot. What is the value that I'm looking for? If development. Dot. Yeah. What are the variables here? I don't care. What is it actually? Growth. It has to have like a positive growth value, I think. Is that what I called it? Yeah, positive growth value. Right? I'm pretty sure that's what regulates it. Yeah, I'll try that. Maybe I'm wrong. I might have to change it. So growth is greater than 0. Because when growth is 0, that also is a state of inactivity. So then yeah, don't worry about Unity's raycasting. We're just gonna do like my presumption is that actually we don't even have to return a game object. We can just return an integer here because we can just return the index of the game object that we're hitting. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure Unity's raycasting probably does a lot of things right. It's probably satisfactory for a lot of situations, but it probably like handles a lot more situations than we actually need for this project. So I'm going to do something that's probably overall a lot simpler. I'm not I haven't done this before, so I don't know exactly how performant it will be, but I can always change it as needed. All right, so what we're going to check here is if so basically first we check if it's active, if this game object is even active, because if it's not active, then we can't see it, so we can't click on it, and so we don't need to teleport to it. So the next thing that we check is the position relative to our array to see if it's something, if our array could intersect with this object. So yeah, so I guess actually I can probably just extend this conditional, or no, I should do math first. Math first. Yeah. Okay. So let's say what yeah. All right. So we do kind of like what we did up here. We can say so let's say like so float z clicks equals yeah. So this time we're not just going to the the 0 coordinate. We're gonna go to so camray origin camray dot origin. Oh, it's not camray anymore. What is it? What do we call it? Castray. Castray dot origin origin dot z minus, or no. Oh yeah, no. It's just castray because there's no offset, so it's just castray origin z divided by castray direction z. No. Oh no. That's if we were going to 0. But we're not. We're going to 0, right? So it's actually castray origin z minus. Yeah, no. So it is. It's minus games index I dot transform. I don't know why autocomplete abandons me sometimes. Transform dot position dot z. So yeah, right. We're just getting the distance in clicks between but like the number of direction clicks between these things. Hey, Ethan Hadja, how's it going? Welcome. So So z clicks equals so do we go from origin to position? Is that, yeah, origin minus position. Origin minus position. Is that backwards? It might be a little bit backwards. Yeah, I'm gonna do it the other way around. I feel like it makes more sense the other way around. I feel like we should subtract from our destination to our position. Because our destination minus our position is it. I don't know. I just prefer it that way. So then divided by cast ray dot. Oh, do I have to worry about a div 0 here? I mean, floats are never actually 0. Or are they? I don't know. I always assume floats are never actually 0 because of rounding errors, but I guess if we might have to worry about something weird if we start rotating the camera, but right now the camera doesn't rotate, so I don't think it's possible to get a div 0 error. The direction with 0 z value. Because, right, yeah, the camera's oriented in the z direction. So to have a 0 z value, that would mean like the thing would have to be coincident to the camera, but there's a near clip range. Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't even have to render, though. So yeah, I guess... Oh, no. No, this isn't the relative position. This isn't the position relative to this isn't like the if we were to, so if we were using compare so if cast ray dot direction was instead of the direction of the ray, rather the relative positioning of the, like, the difference in relative positioning, the delta position between the delta vector between the game object and the camera, then we might have to worry about that. But for this case, I don't think we have to. Hey, I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, Shimausha. But how's it going? Oh no, you got hacked, Ethan. That's awful. What did you get them? Did you get them? Did you get the culprits? Because that's yikes. I'm sorry to hear that happened. I'm paranoid about that sort of thing. I'd be really sad if that ever happened. Okay, so float z clicks. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe we'll get a div 0 error. Maybe I'll surprise myself and we'll get a div 0 error. But all right, let's let's say. So what are we checking? So if yeah. So now we want to check the we want to check a few things. We want to check the so we'll also want to know what the I guess we kind of want to know the slope. I might not care about the slope for starters. I might just use like a fixed number for starters and then care about the slope later. Because basically what it means is like the I mean, the slope we only have the only slope we really have to worry about is the angle of the camera, because like if you cast a ray right down the center of the camera, it's going to be very straight and it's going to hit like the width of the variance in the x value that still qualifies as a hit is just going to correspond roughly to the width of the object itself. Whereas like if you start casting it at a slant, then like the x value actually gets a lot wider. So at those slants, we'll want to scale up the tolerance that's considered a hit, because you don't, like, the whole point isn't that you have to hit the exact like center core of these shapes as represented in like Cartesian coordinates, but like rather that you're clicking roughly on like what appears to be their physical form. So I'll do that second. I'll do this other thing first. So we'll just say so if the absolute value, if mathf dot abs absolute value, I don't know why autocomplete has abandoned me. I miss you, autocomplete. Come back to me. If this would be indented, or no, it shouldn't. No, right. So if absolute value of what? It'll be z clicks. Actually, I'm not gonna call this z clicks. I'm just gonna call this like dist clicks. Or it should be z clicks. Yeah, no, I'll call it z clicks. Whatever. Sorry. I'm like multiplying z clicks by the x coordinate, which feels weird, but whatever. So if excuse me. So if the absolute value of what we're going to compare, it's the we need to get the so z clicks will get multiplied by the direction. So yeah, so yes, so it's right. So it's like a Camray origin, or no, excuse me, Castre dot origin minus or plus actually plus Castre dot direction times z clicks. This will get us the Castre array. Math of Castre dot origin direction times z clicks. We need to get this so the x value of this because this is a vector 3, so we want to check the x value dot x minus games index I. I don't know why I was expecting autocomplete, considering I've been working in Python for so long, and Python and autocomplete in Python is like not effective. I feel it should be here. I feel it's failing to serve its duty. But anyways, so games I dot transform dot position dot x. So if the absolute value of this value is less than I don't know, I'm just going to say like 0.5 for starters. It'll be I think that's very broad. So I'll say 0. Oh wait, do we nah, whatever. I'll just say like 0.25 is still very broad, but whatever. Alright, so then so if that, then let's just teleport. Let's just say transform dot position. Oh yeah, we're also not checking for height yet, so we'll want to check for height as well. We'll want to check for height, and we'll want to scale the width based on the trajectory. Alright, so transform dot position equals game, and I'm just going to teleport literally right on top of the target. So games dot transform dot position. Yeah. All right. So. Oh wait, no. Whoops. Yeah, no. Wait, that's not what we do. That we do later. What we actually do here is just return return I. Yeah. And so for starters, yeah, I am just going to teleport. I'm just going to say if what is it? Get game clicked. If get or so. So like game, I don't know, so like int game clicked equals get game clicked index or passing in input dot mouse position what is it, mouse position. I really, considering the capitalization of this stuff matters, and I don't remember the capitalization of this stuff, it'd be kind of helpful if it just freaking auto-completed. But, right, so int equals that, and then we say if game clicked is greater than or equal to 0, then we'll teleport. Otherwise, we'll set the destination. So we say transform dot position. Hey, Cephas, how's it going? Welcome. We are making a game about a teleporting game dev, or a time traveling teleporting game dev, who's making an MMO in a week. We're not making an MMO in a week. We're making a game about a time travel. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting. Yeah, we're. What are we like? We're like. What is it, like eight followers away from 1K? I don't know. I haven't been looking at the number, but soon, so soon. Thank you. All right, so transform position. We'll just set it equal to games index, not index I, index game clicked. Dot transform. Dot position. So this is going to leave a lot to be desired. Like I've been saying, like, there are a lot of things I know I should do, but I'm not going to worry about right now. So let's just see what this does, and then we can go from there. So just normal movement still works. Normal movement has not been brutally ruined forever. So let's see what happens. All right, so now we have a thing that we can hypothetically teleport to. Hypothetically, if I click on this, we teleport to it. Oh, why is it still setting the destination? Or why is it... Oh, because we're not clearing the destination. Alright, so I honestly didn't expect the teleport thing to work. Oh, no. There's a few things there are a few things that are going wrong. We need to reset the destination, and we need to put this other call into an else statement. So this, wow, I'll be honest, I didn't expect it to work as quickly. I expected a lot more headache. But no, we're professionals, you guys. We're just really good at this, which is exciting. Because it happens all the time, not because this is a fortuitous or serendipitous occasion. Yeah, so when this happens, we also have to say destination, because right now, if I didn't, right now, if I just reran the script, she wouldn't walk like weirdly off in the same direction she just teleported, but she would walk back to actually where the last command had, where the last input had instructed her to go, because she would have still considered that to be her destination. Yeah. So now she teleports and doesn't wander off in weird directions and stuff. Yeah. So like these things that are like sprouting up on the ground, like these are just like very simple iconic representations of what like she'll be working on, essentially. Like she's like a developer, and so like so she can control time. She can like, you get this like handy panel where you can like make time go fast or slow or backwards or forwards, and so she can control time. But then also the other thing that she'll be able to do is like she'll be able to teleport to her creations, because you can just click anywhere to make her move around. But it's basically just gonna be like a little. She's supposed to feel powerful. She's supposed to be very powerful. So that's just another one of her powers. And yeah, so what's supposed to happen is not that she just like appears inside the thing, but oh, whoa, oh, I should filter out. Yeah, what happened there is I'm not filtering out. I'm not filtering out the ones that are actually behind the camera. You don't actually want to raycast to a position behind the camera, so I guess, yeah, so we only want to actually, okay, so that's one thing to fix. And then the other things that I know I want to change are like, so we're still not filtering for height, so like even the short ones you can teleport to by clicking above them. And like if I click up here, it'll teleport me to this one, even though, yeah, so I want to filter for height roughly. I want to filter for negative Z directions, because, nope, because that was just jarring, like, yeah. You can't tell if you're going to accidentally click on something in a negative Z direction. So, I mean, filtering for height will actually help a little bit, but oh yeah, you can also because right now you can also click underneath one to teleport to it. So yeah, so we need to do height in both directions. I should start jotting these down. Notepad ++. I don't know why I opened the start menu yet there. I think I already had it open actually, but all right. So filtering for height, filtering for negative Z, teleporting next to the clicked target, and yeah, I think these are the things I want to do first. Hey, Lumpex, you still haven't gotten your account back? What How long does it take to get an email, huh? I mean, I'm sorry to hear that. Is what I mean. Is what I meant to say. Uh, so, all right, let's do these things that I just said I wanted to do. So filtering for height is relatively easy. We just check the, we can just check the growth value, because the growth value is roughly going to represent the height. I might have a little like fudge factor on the, oh yeah, wait, that's the other thing, is like x width relative to the xz slope, which is the thing that I was talking about earlier, where things on the edge of the screen should have like a slightly wider hit radius than things in the direct center. That'll be subtle though. I wasn't even really noticing anything particularly wrong with that, just in trying it. But it'll be nice to get it. It'll be nice to get it more exact. So yeah. Excuse me. Let's let's do what? So the height first, because why not? Oh yeah, and that's the other thing is I don't want it to happen automatically. I want yeah, all right. So right, actually I'll do this first because I'm not going to just bother adding it to the list. So get game clicked instead of right. So we have this game clicked value, which is just local to here, but actually I don't want it to be like that. I want it to, well, so for one thing, I want to move this up here. I want it to move it, so yeah, on mouse down, get mouse button down or whatever. Where'd get mouse button down go? Oh, it's right here. Click target, so we get click target and also game clicked. So this is going to be not just a local variable either. It's going to be, so it's going to be vector3 click target and int game clicked equals -1 for starters. Right, because we're going to check on mouse down and on mouse up, and we're going to make sure that like we're only going to process the command if it's the same both times. If you click, hey, Amuse Me, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, oh yeah. So Twitch got hacked. For those of you who haven't been on Twitch the last few days, Twitch got hacked. What was it, on Monday? And so everyone had to reset their passwords. Yay! So much fun. Yeah. Oh, I should probably change my other passwords. Oh, I should change my other passwords too. Alright. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. So yeah, so right, so now when we click down, we'll set game clicked to be get game clicked, and so now what we do here actually is we just say if game clicked equals get game clicked, game clicked mouse input dot mouse position. I swear autocomplete has gotten like way worse since the last time I used this. I swear it's gotten like way worse. Like I feel like autocomplete actually used to work sometimes, and now it's like basically never working, I guess. At least that's my impression of it right now. It's one of those things that's so helpful. Like you don't need it, but it's so helpful that its absence is like ringing and like hard to ignore. But all right, so we did that. Filtering for height. Oh, I'll do -z first actually, because -z is easy. So we just have to say so if z clicks is greater than 0, yeah, and the rest of the stuff, and then yeah. So basically, it's just this conditional is just getting bigger. Oh yeah, and actually, I think what we do inside the conditional is never going to get more complex than just returning I. So I don't need these braces around it actually. But yeah. So what else am I going to check? So oops, not like that. so the other, so more of the condition, some more conditionals that we want to filter in. Um, we did negative z height. So we'll say oh yeah. So actually, I guess we want to do this. We want to get this x. Oh no, sorry, that graphical bug in the river is so annoying. But whatever, I won't worry about it right now. Uh, sorry. Uh, do we need to hold on to this value? Like, should we calculate this outside so that we can reference it multiple times without having to recalculate it? I think ultimately I will, but I don't actually have to do that now because what I want to do now is instead to check the. Oh yeah, actually no, you know what I want to do is I want to calculate this outside. So we have float r click z clicks, and actually no, you know what we can do is we can, instead of calculating float z clicks, we can just calculate vector three z intersect yeah or z intersects equals so it's what we were calculating for z whatever multiplied by cast ray direction plus the origin. So instead of just calculating the z component of it, we'll just we'll go right to the source, and then we can just say absolute value of z intersects intersect.x. And then what else can we say? We can say z intersect dot y. Oh yeah, actually we could do this up front because this is less mathy. We can just say so z clicks. Oh, it's not z clicks greater than 0 anymore. Oh, I guess I did want z clicks. So I guess I should keep z clicks because I do want to still check if z clicks is. Oh no, I can just wait. No, z clicks. No, yeah, no, I do want to keep z clicks. All right. No, another way to check that would just be to compare. Would just be to compare castrate origin. Yeah. So wait. So instead of just comparing z, so I'll just say like castrate. So if cast ray dot origin cast ray origin. I assume by origin it means the camera, but I actually don't know. Maybe it just uses like an arbitrary value. So maybe I shouldn't go by that. Maybe I should literally just go with the camera itself. So yeah, so camera dot main dot transform dot transform spelled correctly transform dot position then so dot z. We'll just directly compare the z values. So if camera main transform position dot z, if this is greater than what is it, games index I dot transform dot position dot z, and all these other things. Okay. Okay, so then yeah, like I was saying, I can put this so this conditional is a little more mathy, so it's not that mathy actually. Nah, whatever. I don't care about the order. Yeah, so we'll do. So first we'll check the just the relative positioning, the relative z positioning between the camera and the thing. So that's the just another way of doing the same thing with checking to make sure that we're not clicking on targets that are behind the camera, because that's awkward. So then, yes. So then, so z intersect dot y we want this to be greater than 0 because we don't want it to be underground, and z intersect dot y, we want it to be less than or equal to the growth value. What we want it to be less than or equal to the so like yeah so oh, we already checked, we checked the growth value out here, so I guess whatever, we can just check it twice. I was thinking we could, instead of checking it twice, we could check it once, save it, and reference it multiple times, but I don't think I care. So growth times what was that value that it was like the height of the pod height or something? Yeah, pod height. Let's make that public. Times pod height. This is actually a rough measurement. This is not an exact measurement. Oops, height spelled correctly. Height spelled correctly. There we go. Wait, why is it telling me there's an error at the end of this statement? What error are you? Close parenthesis? I don't have enough close parentheses. Oh, did I accidentally introduce it? And I did. I left an extra parenthesis in here. Alright. So it's not that I had too few, it's that I had too many. Alright, let's see if I ruined everything, or if it still works. So we should be filtering for a lot of things. We should be filtering for height and for z. Oop. Yeah, I broke everything. Can't move. Can no longer move. Oh wait, what is it? Array is out of range. What array is out of range? What array is out of range? This array is out of range? Oh, yeah, right. If game clicked not equal, or if game clicked is greater than or equal to 0 and they equal each other, right? Because if they both equal -1, that's not a valid scenario. That just means they're consistently unused. Oops. Alright, so we can move around. We didn't teleport. Okay, so I guess we're filtering too hardcore. We seem to have lost our ability to teleport. So let's take out some of those conditionals and see which one of them is accidentally squashing stuff. So first I'll get rid of the height check, in case the height check is messing things up. Save that. And let's see if it works now. You're working on a market system? Oh my cripes. I have no clue what to do about that. I mean, sorry. I guess a better action would be like, great! Yeah, no, because that's awesome. But, okay. That shit. Alright. I don't mean to sound unenthusiastic, but what I'm feeling right now is extreme amounts of surprise. So it's hard for me to express anything but surprise right now. But I would like to assure you that I'm not intending to diminish what is probably great about what you've accomplished. Oh, I did teleport. Oh, the Z filtering must be backwards. Yeah, because the only thing I've teleported so far was the one that was like behind the camera. So Yeah, the Z filtering. I must have that backwards. Uh, so right, so the Z value has to be less than. Yeah, right. That makes sense. All right, so let's see if it works now. Do. Save that and so I do remember when we talked about the vendors thing, but I mean before that we talked about the input thing, and then you just never did the input thing. So I'll be honest, I thought you weren't doing the vendors thing, and so yeah, so I honestly, yeah, no, and I mean at this point, like, all right, well, yeah, let's see how it goes. um, I just like the like I because I don't know. Yeah, no, I just didn't realize you were working on it. That's all. That's all. And so like right now, I just literally have no clue how these things are going to work together. So I guess what I mean by that is the next thing to figure out is how the hell, excuse me, how the heck are these things going to work together? All right, so am I doing height filtering correctly? I seem to be doing it correctly. Oh wait, am I? Huh. Well, I'm doing the lower height filtering correctly because like I can click underneath the thing and I don't teleport for clicking underneath the thing. But the upper height doesn't seem to be quite right. Because like it seems like I can click above things and I can still teleport to them. So why is that? I don't necessarily want that to be the case. All right, so there is. Oh, maybe it's just maybe I just need to reduce the that I don't know. It seems like it's like twice too high or something like that. I don't know why growth times pod height isn't satisfactory, but I don't know. Let's do growth times pod height divided by 2. Let's see what that does. um. I swear to you, Sato, I had no idea you were doing this. Not because you didn't tell me, but because I just had no idea you were doing this. So, to reiterate, I'm very surprised. I'm not like dismayed or anything. I'm just very surprised. Um, uh, um, huh? These growth values. I don't know why the derp. I know why the growth value is way too high. Is I'm not dividing by the. I'm not. So it's growth. It's not just growth times pod height. It's growth divided by 5 times pod height. I forget what that variable is actually. Pod height or growth. Divided by 5. Yeah. Yes. All right. Save that. All right. So now we can teleport and stuff. Hey, Kina, how's it going? Welcome. We're at James. um, I might have written jam. Game jam? Game jam? Jame gam? Did I write James somewhere? Oh, I did write Jame. That's weird. I looked at that like 5 times and it never said Jame. Apparently I'm like blind. I'm a blind person, apparently. Alright. Game jam. There we go. It's a gam jam. We're making a gam jam. Welcome to the gam jam. So, alright, so, yeah, I think, oh yeah, I should test that height now works. Height should now work, and, cool. Alright, so now we can click above it and all around it, and nothing happens, but if we click on it, we teleport to it. Yay, teleporting's back. Oh, actually, that just reminded me of something. Oh, wait, hold on. I feel like I clicked, like, oh, huh. I think, oh, you know what? Yeah, these things, I was thinking that the growth value would give us something taller than the growth value would give us something taller than, than what's visibly represented, but it actually gives us something shorter than what's visibly represented. So I'm gonna cheat it in the opposite direction. I'm gonna say like so pod height, so growth, pod height, blah blah blah, +1. No, not +1. Growth +1. Growth plus. Oh, growth divided by 5 +1 times pod height. Yeah. So growth divided by 5 +1 times blah blah. All right. So now you can click on the, because it was happening that if you clicked on the top pod, it didn't actually take you to it. So now I think it'll be like if you click. Oh, actually, yeah. So I'll probably want to actually undo that at some point. Now that I think about it, because there's kind of a reason that I had it that way. But now if you click slightly above it, you should still teleport to it. Whatever. It needs. It's not done anyways. And so yeah. So the reason I want to change that again is because like these things on top aren't supposed to just appear. Like it's not just supposed to be like, you know, there's nothing and then all of a sudden there's one. It's supposed to be that like they grow. They like the one appears on top and then it gets like bigger. So yeah. Well, do it, amuse me. I mean, yeah, that's the whole point. This is an open collaborative game jam. So, yes, that sounds great. Do it. Do it. All right, oh, yeah. I thought, yeah, I thought when we talked about the UI, so yeah, Sato, because when we talked about the vendor system, we talked about implicit purchasing as a way to keep the UI clean. So like, could you, instead of having the, I mean, this is literally why we talked about it. Like, so right, so apart from the fact that I didn't expect you to actually do it, we did talk about like that. And like, I don't know if I want to necessarily implement the list of prices or the list of items. Like, I mean, I guess I can try, but like, that was literally, we talked for like at least like half an hour yesterday about like about like the control scheme and about how clicking is used for movement and how like we could, you know, we could do like implicit purchasing, but like explicit purchasing, like again, like I'm happy to give it a shot, but like we literally talked about that. um, we talked about that at length. I remember talking about it at length because that's something that's very important to me. It's something that I can talk at length about. We could talk about it for another half hour if we wanted to. I assume we don't want to. Yeah, and like balance, like how do you have a balance if you don't have any text on screen that shows your balance? Like so. Yeah, I mean we talked about all these things, which is I guess another point of surprise that I have is like yeah. So I'll try and shoot. No, I'm not gonna make any promises at this point. Like, send it over. We'll see what happens. But like, maybe we'll make a different game. Maybe we'll make 2 games. That would fit with the theme of trying to make an MMO in a week is like taking on like disturbingly unnecessary challenges. Oh wait, why did we teleport to the one in the back? Oh, because it goes by index actually. Yeah. So if there are 2 in front of each other, it doesn't go by the nearer of the 2. It goes by the one with the lower index. Yeah. Right. So I want to change that. Oh yeah yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wait. So right. So we'll say like nearest nearest so or yes, yeah, so no, we'll put this out here. We'll say uh, so int nearest equals -1, and so we'll return nearest. We'll return nearest in the case that int so in this case here, where games active self blah blah blah, in the else case here, we can break, because this means that we've reached the point uh, where this is the case where we reach the point where we've reached the point where they don't exist. Oh no, that's not necessarily true. No, we'll just keep going. Yeah, we can't necessarily break there, because like we can mess with the like through our player intervention, we can mess with the we can mess with the stuff. We can mess with stuff. Trust me. We can totally do it. I swear. We can totally mess with stuff. Uh, um, so yeah, so we don't just return I here. What we check now is oh, okay. So yeah, we can't just keep track of nearest. We have to keep track of float nearest dist, and that will say equals like 99999, something arbitrarily large for starters, and 0.9 f or no, just yeah, f. Okay, and then so the sorry, I'll catch up on chat in just 1 second. Yeah, so if these things are all true, the other thing that we have to say is the distance. The distance. Yeah, so if so I'm gonna add in one last conditional. So if and camera transform position z origin blah 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 position minus games index I dot transform dot position the magnitude of this dot magnitude is less than nearest dist, then we don't return I. Instead we set nearest equals I and oh, I guess we technically we calculate this twice, but whatever. I don't care right now. I'll care about that later instead. Nearest dist equals yeah, no, so the reason we talked about implicit purchasing, I guess I didn't say why it was important to me. I said it was important to me. I didn't say why it was important to me. Yeah, there's no keyboard on mobile. So there's no buttons. There's no buttons to press. Yeah. But yeah, I really don't want to put a balance on screen, because like if we have a reason to put a balance, if we have a reason to have a balance in the game, then like that makes sense. But like, oh yeah, we even had like we had money and finance as one of the suggestions for like, you know, things that we could incorporate in this game, and we what yeah, it wasn't voted very highly. Like, so, it got a few votes. It didn't get 0 votes, but like I don't mean to sound like too brutal about this stuff, but like and to reiterate, I do intend to fully incorporate everything that you've worked on that we can incorporate into this game. And I'm even happy to, you know, use the other stuff for other things. It won't be for this game probably, but it'll be for something. And I don't mean to seem brutal. I'm not doing this arbitrarily. I like one thing that's really easy to do with a game is to accidentally not make a game, but accidentally just throw a bunch of like game tropes together. And so like we can get ourselves into like feature debt like really fast that way. my method to avoid that is to be as deliberate as we're being. So yeah, so I hope to assure you that I like these. I'm not acting on whims. And if so yeah, so if any of this rationale like that I might not have like stated explicitly, if you suspect it, or if you think that, or if you don't understand it, or if you think that I'm overlooking something, like please feel free to ask, because I am happy to elaborate. So again, I look forward to seeing what we can do because I have no clue, but we'll find out. Uh, um, uh, uh, boop doop. So let's do what then? Uh, let's oh yeah, let's see if this works. That'd be a good thing to do. Uh, oh yeah, and then right, so we just have more stuff to do, because if this works, it looked like we got filtering for height and filtering for negative z working correctly, but we still need to do teleporting next to the click target instead of into the click target, and we want to do x width. I might hold off on the x width thing because with the x width thing, I haven't noticed it. Like it hasn't caused any problems yet. I'll wait until like it feels necessary before working on it. How wide are these click targets? Wow, they just feel actually pretty right now. I don't know why, but hey, Protospasm, welcome back. Oh, and yeah, speaking of things to do, I mean, like, so, like, yeah, I do want to add the extra, I was just reminded, extra frames of Caroline animation, and I want to do the, oh, okay, good. So this one in the background has a much higher index than the one in the foreground, but we teleport to the one in the foreground, so good. Good. What? Why aren't we teleporting to that one? Huh, that's weird. Why are we not teleporting to that one? That one's... What the heck? It was like immune to teleports. Why is this one like immune to teleports? Alright, well now it's not, I guess. What? Hold on, let's try this again. Oh! Wait. No, that wouldn't make sense. I was thinking, like, what if there's an active one in front of it? And, no, I have no clue why this one's not. Why are we not teleporting this one? We were, like, just... There's, like, a dead zone in, like, the cursor or something. What is that about? Huh. Weird. What if I click through it to the other one? What? This one is like a cursor dead zone or something. I don't know what that's about. It just like neutralizes, like clicking near that one just neutralizes all teleportation. It's diseased. It's the plague. Wait. I could teleport it to it from this direction. What on earth? What on earth? I can teleport it. I can teleport to it. Oh, I know what's happening. No, I don't. No, I don't. I have no clue what's happening. Is it... Why is it just this one that I can only teleport to from one direction and not the other? Just this one here. Which one is it? Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Yeah, wait, is it? Yeah, it's this one. What is weird about this one? That, Whoa, wait a second. Why does it think it's up there? Wait. Oh, no, that's the next one. Or, yeah, right, because the next one appears... Wait a second. Is it because there's... Is it because there's this next one in front of it? That... What are the values of this one? This one has a negative growth value. So it shouldn't be intercepting. I suspect that if I come at it from like an extreme angle, I can probably... No, actually, even if I do it from an extreme angle, I can't teleport to it. Oh, no, I can. So I feel like the thing in front of it must be like intercepting. Like this other game object must be like somehow intercepting the clicks. But like, why would it do that? It shouldn't be valid. It shouldn't be like recognized as a valid thing. Why are these like above the ground? Why are these not like on the ground? I don't know. That's weird to me. But whatever. I don't care. Wait, should that matter to me? No. I don't really use the height value of these things. I only use the XZ value. And then I use the height of the origin. Weird. Alright, well I need more information about what is going on here. Because it's something crazy. Oh, you know what I suspected, but apparently is in fact happening, is that these are all appearing on a grid. Like this one exists at 0, 0, 3. This one exists at -2, 0, 3. Which is just funny. Because I'm using random.range somewhere else, which apparently random.range is not what I expected it to be. Yeah, why the heck are things getting intercepted by this? Like, what possible quality of this could be interfering in that way? I feel like it's been interfering for a while because, like almost immediately when I tried to click on this one, it didn't show up. What is am I forgetting, like, am I making a false assumption about how the growth is handled on these pods? If I is less than or equal to size, what is size? Size is int, size. That's I should make this like a public int instead of just like something that we calculate here. Public int size equals 0. Yeah, and then that's actually easier than recalculating the size in other contexts. We can just go right, because basically what I'm doing here is recalculating the size. So it's actually, yeah, size. Or I could recalculate the height or whatever, but I don't care. Size, there we go. Yeah. And, okay. And yeah, so I should use that here as well. So the size has to be greater than 0. Because if I'm flooring it, if I'm, well, no, I don't see why that would change anything. But, like, I don't know, if I was just thinking, like, if it was rounding downwards, then technically there would be growth before the pod actually appears. Size. Yeah. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna do size as +1. Yeah, because size. Wait, no, that wouldn't have affected anything. I mean, whatever. This is fine. What I'm doing here, but I also that shouldn't have changed anything. Shoot. So what the heck? I guess I should like get more information about what's going on here. I should just try and like get more details about like what is happening. So yeah, so when we teleport, or when we teleport or don't, let's print hey, that's the new follower sound, isn't it? Uh, Eshko, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following. That puts us pretty close to 1,000 followers. um, so we're gonna print here. We're gonna print Castray. We're gonna print nearest nearest. Oops, I don't need, I need to say. Print again. Nearest dist. And I feel like I just want like all this information. I just want like all of these things. But I'll just start with like with this stuff. Maybe there's, I don't know. Maybe there's something about how like it. Oh wait, what? Oh, oh yeah. All right. So the Python version of print takes multiple arguments. This one does not. Pony, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following. I think we're probably what, like, actually, I lost track. We're probably pretty close to 1,000. I don't think we're at over 1,000 yet, though. Alright, I just want to see what this ray actually even is, I guess. Maybe that'll help shed some light on what's happening here. Because I might just be making like a weird assumption about what. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna print the so Castray dot to string plus space plus what's the other one? Camera main transform position. It's just really confounding because like I can like so many things seem to be working, and then there's just that one weird case where they did not seem to be working. So I don't know what that's about. Why is it only printing? Did I not save? Unity sometimes does a super cool thing where like even after you save something, it acts as if you didn't save it. I don't know why it does that, but totally does. I forgot about that. Forgot about that neat feature of Unity. Is it still not doing it? Whatever, Unity. Whatever. I do not miss you. Hey, Whale Windows. How's it going? So let's I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care right now. So let's change how teleporting works. Let's do the thing about teleporting next to the target instead, because that'll be fairly straightforward. That just means the part where we translate the character, transform position. Yeah. So instead we have like transform position equals. I mean, this is actually very straightforward. All we have to say is like plus 1 or something, or like yeah. So plus new vector 3 0, or no. Wait, which direction? We want it to be in that direction. So that would the positive x direction. It's the positive x direction. Yeah, it's the positive x direction. So plus new vector 3. So 1 0 0. Yeah, I mean that's easy. So now when we teleport to something, we teleport next to it. We don't teleport on top of it. Hypothetically. Where are you? Where are you at? There it is. Yeah. So that's where we teleport now. We teleport next to it. Yeah. And then I think I'm gonna set the frame of animation so that we're looking at it when we teleport to it. So we teleport to it. Wait. Oh. Oh, is that stupid bug again? What the literal heck? It's nice that I can freeze time in the game. It's kind of convenient. Alright, so this is the one I can't teleport to. Alright, there's nothing in front of it, so... Come on. Oh, I did not mean to restart the scripts. Whatever. Alright, well... Alright, yeah, no, the thing I was going to say is, I think I'll make it so that, when Caroline teleports, we set her frame of animation to look at the thing that she just teleported to. So what frame of animation is that? That would be right, I can just, oh yeah, billboard, get component, renderer, anim frame, so, what, yeah, hold on, I just need to look up the, what is it, Caroline, the frame, so it'd be right, or be right, no, left 0, so frame 4, so yeah, frame 4, save that, and then, yeah, bugs. Bugsy bugs. Buggy bugs. Buggity bugs. Why did the frame animation change? I feel like it, yeah, she's wiggling. Why is she wiggling? And then, it's like maybe the second one, like, just doesn't work. Like, the first one seems to work okay, and then the second one, it's like some of them you can only teleport to from the wrong direction. And why does sometimes she... Oh, it seems like a lot of them. Oh, and this one you just can't teleport to from any direction. Great. Super great, my favorite. Oh, wait, no, this one... Huh. What the McGurk? I'm really at somewhat of a loss on this. Is it just that I can't teleport from a certain distance? No, I can teleport to these just fine from a distance. But, like, these ones... I mean, this has to do something with, like, the nearest thing that I put in, right? Because, like, before I put in that nearest thing, it worked fine. Ugh. It'd be nice if the stupid print at least worked. Oh, no, it does work. Oh, wait. Yeah. Sorry. So at least the print does work. Maybe it did all the whole time, or I'm blind or something, but, it's literally just, like, ignoring this one. I can go to the one behind it. I can teleport to the one behind it. Yeah, right, I can even click through it, right? No, I can't. I can sometimes click through it. What the heck? No, I don't know what that's about. Bugs, right? Bugs. So, yeah, I guess, whatever. I'm trying to think of, like, is there a way I can accomplish this without, like, too much, like, just junk, basically, but, I think that's possible. So I'm just gonna put way too much junk. I'm just gonna say. So yeah, I'll still print cast array. And wait, was there anything weird about this data? Oh, okay. So the origin of the ray is almost exactly the same as the position of the